Hello? Am I here by myself? Actually, Emily's in the bathroom. She's got on a Victorian dress, full length, and she just felt a bug in her shirt. Okay, I think she's coming. You can't find it? You can't.
I can't find it. I'm just gonna leave my dress.
Okay, that way
partially off.
So it can escape if it needs to, right?
Yes.
And then she had to take off her hat, and she pulled out this huge foot-long hat pin, which really terrified me for a second there. But then
it's a stave-off Victorian rapist. I can't hear anything in these.
Yes, you can.
Oh, yeah, I guess I can.
Okay, I can turn it up.
No, it's okay.
Those headphones are the worst. How's that? Is that a little better?
Oh, that's great.
Oh, yeah. So you just have to turn those up.
I wonder if I've been the first semi-nude DJ in here. Probably not. Because, most of them go by themselves, right? We're the only tag team DJs?
No, there's some tag teamers, I think.
I was going to say, it might be more likely that the solo DJs are naked in here.
You can do whatever you want, but anybody could walk in at any moment.
I'm only partially naked.
I know. She just got the zipper down in the back so that the bug, what kind of bug do you think it was?
I don't know. I felt
spider?
it while I was waiting in line at the bank, but I couldn't take off my dress there.
Right, of course not.
I hope it's not a spider. I will take anything before a spider. Like, it can be I'll even take a bee. Like, I'll take a bee sting before there's a spider in my dress.
Yeah, I agree with you. I was camping last week, and something during the night just chomped on my foot. I woke up with about 10 bites. I have no idea what it was.
That was a spider.
You think it was? Yeah, I did see a spider in the tent, but I was in denial. I said, "There's no way."
I don't bite you for no reason except for
What are you taking off now?
Like everything else.
Your bustle?
My petticoat.
You don't have a bustle today.
It could be in there.
Why don't you have a bustle? That dress wouldn't take a bustle, would it?
No, this is a bustle-free dress.
Bustle-free. Has anybody ever heard that term before? Bustle-free? It's kind of an unusual one.
Wow, this is a lot cooler, though.
Well, why don't you do that at the museum?
Sometimes I do. Sometimes if there's nobody there, I hike my skirt up to my thighs and just sort of sit there in my chair.
Well, that's probably what all the Victorian women did.
I'm sure they did, at least in Vermont.
Of course they did.
Okay, all right. I think I'm with it enough now to actually host this radio show with you.
Yes. Well, welcome.
Which this radio show is
11th Hour Radio.
Yeah. On Royalton Community Radio, WFVR-LP, South Royalton, Vermont.
Yeah. The good news is we didn't have any technical difficulties starting today.
Are you sure? Is that on?
Let me check. Yeah, it looks good.
Okay. And are we on the air probably, maybe?
I don't know, but it doesn't matter, does it?
No.
let's just proceed as planned.
Okay, good idea. You guys are listening to the 11th Hour Radio. Did I say that part already?
Yeah, but say
Oh, you said it. You said it. Oh, with Kristina Stykos and Emily Howe.
Perfect.
We didn't say that part.
Perfect. What else are we supposed to say?
Thanks.
I think we said it.
To anyone who happens to give us money, which no one gives us money. But
yeah, but
if you want to give us money, that would be super.
Well, we have to set up a mechanism for receiving money.
Oh.
You can't even sign up your email on our website because I haven't had the time to get that organized.
Well, I think that
we will.
It kind of was organized once, but then we lost the password or something.
We lost the password.
I lost
I do not lose
Okay,
passwords.
I lost the password to my YouTube to our YouTube channel. So we have to start a new one. That one was screwed up anyway.
Yeah, but guess what? You also lost the password to our Twitter or your Twitter.
Yeah. Oh, you know what?
Twitter.
So when you set up my website the other day,
yeah,
and we wrote down the password, it was super easy. I went to try to get on to change the stuff that you and I were talking about changing, and I couldn't get on. It said the password was incorrect.
Okay. Well, we'll have to sit down and go over it.
It wanted the original password. Remember all those weird numbers and letters? And
can't do
so
that.
I couldn't do that.
Well, we can call them because they have good tech support.
Oh yeah, you said they did.
They have great
and
tech
they all
support. They answer the
speak
phone.
Whatever language you need
They
them
speak,
to speak.
Californian English.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I can understand that sort of.
It's
on a
so
good day,
It just feels good. It just feels good sometimes to connect with California.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. So it's been 2 weeks. Did you go on the air last week without me?
No. Okay. What happened?
Slacker.
I was absolutely planning on it. And then, my car got squashed by a tree.
Yep.
And that wasn't the problem, really. The problem was because then I was just going to borrow John's car. I was going to be fine. I was going to come down here, do the radio. But then the kids had doctor's appointment because Eli needs to have his tonsils out, I guess. And so the kids had doctor's appointments at the same time. So there was sort of a necessity for us to actually have two cars. And I had to be like, all right, we're going to have to stick on something. Bob actually came in and put on one of our back shows for us.
Oh,
because
thank you, Bob.
I know. It was super nice of him.
I wonder how old it was. Was it
I don't know. I didn't listen because I was tonsilling it up at the doctor's office, but
wow, it'd be fun to hear one of our shows from 3 years ago.
It wouldn't be fun, actually.
No.
Maybe.
Okay. You know what?
Our very first show, though, is terrifying because I
just...
still have that one on my computer, and it's
terrifying.
Yeah, you're fine.
Well, I have enough things to be
not
terrified about. I have to listen to my own music and stuff like that, and it just
not terrifying, Kristina.
Life is kind of terrifying.
That's true.
Egads.
Tell me more. Tell me about your trip.
What do you want to know?
I don't know. What do you want to tell me? Other than the spiders biting you.
I went
the night.
to Ithaca. There were 3 reasons why I went to Ithaca. Number 1, to go to Amanda's wedding.
Great. Who's Amanda?
She's the daughter of one of my oldest friends.
Oh, nice.
And I think one of life's greatest pleasures is to watch a friend taking their daughter down the aisle to
I haven't
be
got to really watch that yet. But
what, you can't find the bug?
I'm thinking it might have gotten lost in these puff sleeves.
Do you feel the bug?
I don't. I maybe I'm just feeling like phantom bug at this point.
Yeah, it's hard to tell the difference.
There's a lace and pokey things and hair. I don't know. I mean, it's got every option for leaving now. I'm open. My dress is open in every area.
Yeah, I know. And once you feel a bug, you can't stop feeling it, even when it's gone.
But, I haven't seen it actually come out yet, so.
Okay, I'll let you know if I see something huge
super
fly out like a pterodactyl.
A tarantula.
Yeah,
rolling.
Okay. So number 2, why I went to Ithaca.
Sleeve. Yes.
To see my mom.
Oh, good.
That was great.
How is she doing?
She's doing okay.
Good.
3rd reason, to find the Mexican Jesus.
You found the Mexican Jesus. I saw that Davey put a picture of you and the Mexican Jesus online.
Yeah, we found him. You know where we found him?
Not in Mexico, apparently.
No, it was a dark and rainy night.
Well, that's when Jesuses lurk.
Well, we didn't know where we were going. We just typed Mexican Jesus into my iPhone.
What? You actually looked for him? You just didn't stumble upon him?
Well, we found him broken down in Ulster.
He found you. No, you found Jesus.
No, we found the Mexican Jesus in Ulster, Pennsylvania.
Wait, why were you in Ulster, Pennsylvania? I thought
Because
you were
he
just
was
going to
there.
Ithaca. You said you went to Ithaca for 3 reasons.
Yeah, but you had...
Now you're saying you went to Pennsylvania for one reason?
Well, we had to because he kind of missed his mark. He was trying to get to Ithaca.
Is Pennsylvania close to Ithaca?
Yeah, not bad. It's
right.
like an hour.
Oh, okay.
So, as I was saying, it was a dark and rainy night, and we found the Mexican Jesus sitting quietly in his truck. He has a Ford F-150.
You bonded with Jesus over your truck?
He was broken down. We saved him.
Oh my God.
This is the way to do it with Jesus.
Did you wash his feet next?
He was playing guitar. No, we just...
Oh my God. Maybe you are the next Jesus. You have a Ford F-150
Well, we are,
and you play guitar.
If that's true,
and
then
you break down sometimes.
We are all Jesus. I mean, we are all filled with the spirit of the love of the great universal thing.
Okay, all right.
That's all I have to say about my trip to Ithaca. No, I have more, but that's for starters.
I like the start.
Yeah. Well, we actually we stayed at Karenville.
Karenville. I like when towns are named for people's first names.
Mm-hmm. What it was the bug? Did you
No,
find the bug?
that was. I was trying to tear the tag out. It wouldn't tear. So.
Which direction was the bug going? Was it going up or down?
You know, in the bank it was going down, and then here it was going up again. I did some sort of a, shake shimmy thing in the bank because I didn't want to completely drop, the petticoat and freak out because it was busy in the bank. But
right.
I thought it had just sort of started to travel downwards and leave, but no, I guess it went back up.
Or else it's just sleeping. Sometimes
where?
bugs can go, for example, ticks will go to sleep on you.
Oh my God! It's not a tick. Why would it be a tick?
Burrowing in.
I don't even understand why there's a bug at all. I just put on my clothes.
Well, sometimes
and walked out the door. I didn't have any bugs in these clothes.
Yeah, but sometimes a bug will go into a trance.
Like a peyote induced.
Yeah. Just ask the Mexican Jesus. Yep.
Oh my goodness.
There's so many
I'm
things.
so glad you're back. How would I
No.
How do I exist if I didn't start my day this way?
Oh, I know. I mean, if we didn't have this on Friday, I think we would just wander off into the desert and probably die of thirst.
Definitely.
So
that's what I feel like doing.
Yeah.
All the time.
What's
the Vermont desert?
Woo. Yeah.
What's this? Why do we have this turntable in a drawer on our?
Yeah, I don't like this. It's kind of a blockage. It's an energy block. It blocks the energy field between me and you to have a turntable between us.
Yeah.
But I guess it's kind of a nice one. It's got a plexiglass top to it.
I still do not understand what it's doing in this drawer.
Look, it's in a drawer. Somebody built this. It's a custom made.
But you can't get it out. How are you supposed to play something?
Oh, you're right. Oh, you pull the drawer out.
No.
Yeah. No, you're right.
The drawer is screwed to the top.
God, I don't know. The whole top of it's screwed down, so you can just look in and see a turntable.
Is it just a museum piece?
I think so. It's just to inspire us. Since we're slacker DJs, we need a little inspiration once in a while.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Man.
It's great.
Well,
how about you? While I was off at Karenville, where were you?
I was running between here and the DMV and the car salvage lot and things like that about 100 times. So my car got squished by a big 150-year-old maple tree. It just fell.
That tree is gone now? What
Yes.
happened? What did you have to do? Did you have to get the chainsaw out?
Yeah, but we didn't have a chainsaw big enough because
wow.
If John and the kids and I were all holding hands, we would just barely make it around this tree, and it smushed my Subaru.
That's so sad.
I know, but it only smushed the back end of my Subaru, so the motor was still okay.
No, I was sad about the tree, not
I
about
know.
your car.
I actually missed the tree more than the car.
Yeah.
But the car is back now. We took it to this body shop guy. Well, the thing is, first I bought another car, which was exactly the same as my old Subaru.
Did you just happen to see a car on the side of the road
John
for
was
sale?
donating blood the other day.
Same color?
No, it's mint green, but the same year, and every single thing on it that already died on my car, like the head gasket and all those big things, had just been replaced. So I was like, that's it. I'm buying it. And it was the exact amount of money in my bank account.
Wow.
So I felt like it was fate.
Nice. I like that.
So I bought it, and then I got the other one back from the body shop, which they had taken salvaged Subarus and put them on my car so it's all back together. And the body shop guy is really nice, and he painted it all the same color, so it, instead of being like green and red and blue like it was going to be, it's all just red again. But
it's functional?
Because kinda. I mean,
you didn't want it.
I figured for $500 you could put it kind of back to the way it was.
So you could sell it?
So I could
or
sell
it. Or a second car,
or
third
or I
car.
could use it to for a parts car for this one I just got, because they're exactly the same.
Just park it in the yard. You've got space.
Yeah, I can't. I'll put it in the barn somewhere. But anyway.
You could start a car lot.
Oh my God.
You could. Get rid of those sheep.
And put cars in there. No, there's major, you know what? Tunbridge is, there's a business that's sort of starting a little car lot in town, and they have to go through a whole huge permitting process, and you have to have big heavy duty fences, and you have to all these things.
I know. It's maybe
I can't
if
help
you want to
them.
do it, maybe you should go to New York State.
Yeah.
Because they have billboards, and it's so shocking.
Man.
You cross the line into New York State, and if you go Route 8 through the Adirondacks,
Suddenly the whole world is just right in your face.
Yeah, it's. I like going Route 8 because it's a slow transition into New York.
Yeah.
Kind of slow.
It eases you
Ease
in.
you in. Yeah. Yeah. So, God, driving down here, there were 5 cars in front of me. I couldn't believe it. It was like the most traffic I've seen on Route 110 in about 10 years.
Whoa.
5
It
cars.
was busy in town,
5
too.
cars. What's going on? Is there some big event?
Let's see. I don't think so.
Well, it is summer.
It's Friday.
Summer's kind of an event.
Is there one of those presidential holidays I don't know about?
Well, some people just
Today's Obama's birthday, I think.
No,
Is that
it was
why
yesterday.
Oh, all right, whatever. I was going to say, maybe that's why everyone's coming to Vermont.
Well, it's summer. People come to Vermont in the summer because it's summer.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Summer's a holiday for some people. I know that you're self-employed and you don't know that, but
No.
I learned about that.
Some people get the weekends off, I've heard. Which sounds pretty cool.
No, come on. Come on. You're pulling my leg.
I'm just being a jerk. I get the weekends off sometimes.
What a jerk. Yeah. No, I'll tell you, you should take your kids and your husband actually John would love this, is to Karenville.
So what's the big deal with Karenville other than Mexican Jesus? Oh, no,
Well,
that wasn't in Karenville. Wait, that wasn't Karenville?
No. Okay. No, it's kind of tangentially related. But you see, my mother moved from her apartment to assisted living. Mm-hmm. So now when I go back to my hometown, I don't have any place to stay. Mm-hmm. So it's always a crapshoot.
Can't you go stay in the frat houses where you used to be a mascot? That would be awesome. Just be like, I used to live here, so.
I certainly considered it. But anyway, I Googled Airbnb to see what was around at my price range, which is about $20 a night, and I found camping.
Huh.
And the most interesting campsite that I could find was called Karenville. So
Is this where the spiders bit you all over, though?
Yeah, but that wasn't the fault of Karenville. I was way out in a field under a hickory tree.
Maybe
I was sleeping on hickory nuts.
Spiders.
Wild hickory nuts.
I don't think I'd even recognize a hickory nut if I saw it.
Well, I didn't, but now I know. Believe me, I know what a hickory nut looks like now. Yeah. But anyway, Karenville. Oh, here's the thing. Karenville was started by Karen. And Karen, she's a sign language interpreter by trade. That's what she does to make money. But her hobby is building tiny houses.
Oh.
So for the last 10 years, Karen on the weekends has been building these really amazing little tiny houses and just populating a corner of her farm field with them. She came back to the family farm, I guess.
But you still have to camp in tents?
No, you don't have to. You can stay
in the tiny houses?
Yes. Two years ago, somebody just jokingly said, "Oh, you should put it on Airbnb," and she laughed, and it was a joke, and she put it on Airbnb, and then people flocked.
That's pretty cool.
It's very cool. She has a tiny house that functions as a kitchen and a cafe, and she has a store where everything is 100% off.
Whoa. Like free?
Yeah. So we left some CDs because nobody pays for them anyway. So it's just like we left like 20 CDs there.
That's pretty cool.
So I'll feel good if we can sell them all.
Yeah.
We might
Then
make nothing.
I always wanted to start like a hotel that was made of little tree houses. Wouldn't that be fun?
Oh, that'd be great.
It's already been done. It's been done someplace out west.
Yeah, but so what? Just because one person did it out west doesn't mean we couldn't do it.
Tree houses are awesome.
Why don't we do it?
Okay.
We could still do the show on Fridays, but then we could go back to our tree houses.
Treehouseville. Should we call it Kristina?
No. No, let's call it, what do you think? You're good at names.
Let's not. We won't name it today. That'll take away the magic.
Why? Are you feeling exhausted at the idea of another project?
Oh my God.
Life got you down?
That's pretty busy. So this tree incident,
yes,
John calculated that, even though we've got all kinds of stuff going on right now, there's another wedding coming up at our wedding space. There's all these things going on. We're haying, animals, jobs, all this stuff. The tree and all of its,
branches.
No, there's the effects from the tree / car incident is probably taken us about 70 hours worth of like driving back and forth, looking for cars, going to the junkyards, cleaning up the tree, our chainsaw broke in the middle of this because our chainsaw was too small for this tree. So our chainsaw died. We had to go and buy a new chainsaw. Before that, we had to go and borrow a chainsaw, lugging it away, cleaning up branches. I mean, an entire week's worth of work like wasted on tree / car crap.
It wasn't wasted.
I know, but it was unexpected. The couple weeks coming were just planned right out.
This
carefully.
Is the stuff of life. This is the real thing.
I know, but it just thwarts you whenever you try to organize your life and make plans and get things done.
You better get used to it.
A tree.
It's not going to let up.
Crashes your dreams.
Yes. It's a metaphor. The huge old oak tree falling on your car. It's a metaphor.
It's a maple, and
sorry.
I guess it is a metaphor, but at least we got some firewood out of it.
We'll ponder on that, and in the meantime, we'll play a track of music.
Okay, what are we going to play?
Let's see. We got Brian Clark, Over on Me. Let's see if I can dial her in. Here we go. Whoops, that just gave it 1 star. I cannot
you're
deal
out
with
of practice.
iTunes drives me crazy. I try to double click it and it starts to rate it instead. Okay, I'm going to try again.
Well, they pulled me aside back there to promote a sense of calm. Sitting, talking backwards with empty palms. The lights too bright and garish, flicker constantly, and a clicking in the background, or up asleep. Someone somewhere, someone's putting something over on me, keeping track of mine, watching over everything I've ever tried to be. And they never ask the question they want the answer to. Bending, leading inquiry gets crooked truth. Hovered over. Someone's putting something over on me, keep
Thank you. Thank
Readjusting.
you, Brian. What are you mumbling about?
Oh, nothing.
I was trying to say who the artist was, and you
Sorry.
just talked right over me.
Brian. It was Brian.
Clark.
I was just readjusting.
No, you're allowed.
Pulling my microphone out of the stand and putting my feet up.
Well, during our little break there, Emily just kept complaining about this phantom bug.
I think it's got to be gone now. I think.
Hard telling, not knowing.
Hard saying, not knowing.
Is that a Vermont saying?
We think so.
We think so. I didn't hear it until, well, I heard it maybe 10 years ago for the first time. And I've been in Vermont for over 30 years. But maybe I was just in the wrong spots.
I've heard it my whole life.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think they say it in the Champlain Valley.
Well, I didn't grow up in the Champlain Valley.
Well, I'm telling you, don't go over there.
I grew up here.
It's different. It really is different.
I won't go over there.
Yeah, the energy's very different over there. I mean, not bad or good, just different.
You know what? This turntable has a slot with a plug coming out of it, so it's meant to plug in. But you can't get to the damn thing. I don't understand.
I know what it is. You pick up the whole thing.
Oh, I get it too.
Pick up the whole
thing.
top.
Yep.
That's what it is. So if you're that's really very protective.
Wow, I feel kind of dumb right now.
Well, you know how turntables are a little bit fragile. They have that fragile little arm that swings in and out.
It's got a diamond on the tip.
I love that about it. Do you think it's a Herkimer diamond?
Herkimer diamonds aren't real, are they?
They're real Herkimer diamonds.
Right. Herkimer. That is a weird word.
We drove through
Herkimer. Jerkimer.
That's why I thought of it. We drove right through Herkimer because we don't like to take those big highway roads. So
highways are bad.
Have you been down there to mine the Herkimer diamonds?
No, my kids went, I think, when they were visiting their dad a while ago.
Yeah.
But I think they didn't find any diamonds.
Well, my kids went too.
Or they did find some, but it was just like
they brought me
little.
home some. Yeah, but they bring home these hunks of beautiful rock with shiny.
We did that at Ruggles Mine. Now all the rocks live down by our pond because they were in the house, and
you know, eventually you do have to throw your rocks away. I had to do that too.
You can put them in the stone wall. That's what my mom did with my sister's rock collection, because my sister was a geology major, so she's really into rocks, and her rock collection was starting to get a little out of control.
That's a nice idea to put it into a wall.
Went into the stone wall.
I put some into a hearth that I built.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the nice stuff, but the big ones, I save them outside for putting up Christmas trees. You know how sometimes you have a bucket and you fill it with rocks around the base of the trunk to make it stand up. Do you ever use that method?
No,
and it's a little early to think about.
I usually put them in the Christmas tree stand and screw them in.
We never had one of those. We always just use a bucket with rocks.
I have another.
No, I have two now. Or I gave one away. I have one.
All right. I mean, they're easier because the bucket with the rocks method kind of tips over.
I don't know.
You have cats. You can't do the bucket with rocks method.
No, but you tie the top to the ceiling.
Yeah, we do that too.
Yeah, once I learned I could do that, then I didn't have trouble with my cats. What?
I have cats now. I forgot that people always say that their Christmas tree is like demolished.
Oh, yeah. You're going to have to just tie it. Well, you have a lot of time to think about it. It's, how many months until
love
Christmas?
My Christmas tree. I love my Christmas tree decorations. Are they going to wreck them?
Possibly.
Oh, my Lord.
You have to put the fragile ones up high enough.
Okay.
And make sure the tree doesn't fall over. Yeah,
well, we always wire it to the ceiling. But
okay, that's good. You'll be all right. Okay. It just requires a little strategic thinking.
All right.
Can you do that?
I'll try.
All right. I know you're smart. It's whether you want to use your intelligence or not. It's always a choice.
People don't use their intelligence very often. When I was at the DMV, one of the countless hours you had to sit at the DMV.
Before we go any farther, could you just explain for people what the DMV is? Because not everybody has a car.
The Department of Motor Vehicles.
Thank you.
And I stupidly showed up at the DMV right around noon, which everyone goes there on their lunch hour to do whatever thing they need to do with their car.
Did you go to Montpelier?
Yeah, which was
you can
dumb.
Go
I
to
should have gone to the like rotating or whatever.
The trailers.
Those are way faster.
There's one in Brattleboro, but that's kind of far.
But the car that I bought was up in that area anyway, so whatever. I waited and waited, and the people watching was pretty good because, the DMV is the big, melting pot of all the classes. Everybody's got to use it. Rich, poor, So you've got people without any teeth sitting next to the super bourgeois, suburban mama. And there was this one hipster guy that I don't know why I got so annoyed at him. He was minding his own business, doing his thing. He was wearing one of those little biking caps, with sort of smaller brims that are kind of like hip right now. And then he clearly had made the rest of his clothes himself, including his shoes and leather shorts, like hand stitched.
So not a vegan.
Leather.
Not a vegan.
No.
Okay.
I mean, somewhere between like a homeless guy and a leprechaun.
Okay.
Like in lederhosen with little leather shoes that he'd made with like buckskin or something. But
wow. He probably shot the deer himself.
I don't know why, but I felt vaguely annoyed when I first saw him. Just because I was like, all right, there was really no point in you creating your own shoes other than whatever. I guess if you think that's, I don't know. I truthfully can't tell you why this guy annoyed me, but I was just like,
I'm annoyed.
I was so annoyed
at him.
At his little whip stitched homemade leather shorts and his whip stitched homemade leather shoes.
Hey, buddy. If you're listening.
And his beard, and he was very clearly not from here in the first place.
Stop bugging us. Stop wearing that stuff.
I just felt like, how dare you make your own shoes?
Yeah, just wear it out at your house, but don't bring it into town.
I guess I was, I was really hot, and I was tired, and I was sick of sitting there. And I was just sick of it, and I started to just judge everyone around me in a really mean way.
And he was at the top of the list.
You know how you're in a public place in a waiting room and you're sitting in a chair and there's a chair empty next to you and then the one next to that is empty as well, but it's got a guy or something in it or somebody not fun to sit next to. The people always came and they always sat next to me, giving me no more space, because they're tiny little folding chairs all stuffed together. And nobody would sit, if given the option, they pick me over the big guy on the other side. And I just kept feeling annoyed. Like, how come I don't deserve to have some personal space, but that guy gets it?
Because you're attractive.
I wasn't attractive, though. I was really pissy and acting like...
Yeah, but you're still attractive, and so you attract.
It just was irritating. And then the leather shoe guy, I just couldn't stop looking and feeling snarly at his stupid shoes.
Well, now we got that off our chest.
Mm-hmm.
I feel better.
Good.
I feel great. You're lifting my bad Friday up into
my judging
better quality.
We're gonna go. Speaking of diamonds and whatnot, we're gonna go panning for gold tomorrow.
Not me.
No, not
Where are you gonna go?
Come if you want.
Where are you going?
I don't know. My dad has decided we're gonna do a family gold panning excursion. So he went and he bought all the gold panning supplies, like gold pans.
Good for him. Go to
and
the
stuff, and then he's got a place he wants to take us all. And we're gonna pan for gold.
I wonder if it's down in the Chattagee because they used to do.
What it might be.
Yeah.
I think he was saying Plymouth, actually.
Oh, Plymouth. Okay, well that's.
But I don't know.
It's a little bit south, but sure. That's really close to the Chattagee because
as the crow flies.
Route 4 is sort of the dividing line.
Yeah, that's true.
Bridgewater. Then you jump Route 4 and you get into the Plymouth area.
So that's the
great.
plan.
You're going to have such a good time, and you could stop for creamies.
Of course we'll stop for creamies.
Because I was away for a week, and I didn't even have one creamy. When we drove into Ithaca, I said, oh, for sure this week we're going to have a creamy. And, everybody agreed.
This has been a strangely creamy-free summer. I feel very bereft of my creamies.
Wow,
usually we go daily.
What do you think that's all about?
We're just busy.
You're always busy. What do you mean? Why
this
are
is
you
worse.
Busy?
I don't know why we're so busy.
Is that because
we have several new businesses
that's
running out of our home, and we kind of have to be there for them.
Yeah, somehow you felt like you needed to start a wedding event business. Now that was brilliant.
Well, it kind of is. Well, I don't know. I thought at first it was going to be way less work for actually getting money, but it's actually a lot of work.
Well,
and the horse one is way a lot of work and almost no money.
Boarding horses.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, here's a question going back to the wedding topic. Maybe you know the answer to this. Is it super rude to show up to a wedding without a wedding present?
No. Nobody brings wedding presents to weddings.
Yes, they do.
Well, somebody does.
Well, or to a reception.
I usually don't.
I'm lumping it all together, the wedding and the reception.
Yeah.
Is it rude?
No.
What do you mean no?
Well, okay. All right, here's the deal. Etiquette, Emily Post and any other etiquette person says that you have 1 year to give a wedding gift to a couple.
How do you know that? This is one of these things.
Because I run a wedding business, and I'm a rude person, so I never bring the wedding gift to the wedding. I just send it later.
I know what I'm going to get you for your birthday. I'm going to get you the Emily Post Book of Manners.
I already know it. I know all those.
No, but
manners.
Do you have your own copy?
No.
You don't have your own copy? I got to write that
filed away right up here in my head. Okay. See, the tricky thing is, though, John insisted that you have a year to write the thank you notes.
Yeah.
And pretty much like 2 days from now is our anniversary, and we haven't finished. Actually, we haven't even started our thank you notes. They're all in a box. We printed them up. The thank you notes are ready to go, but we haven't actually sent them out. And I'm like on him. I'm like, you said we had 1 year to write these.
Well, that's because
we're not doing it.
That's because he's such a creative writer that he wants to write something personal.
I know.
But really, all you need to do, like, you could steal that box, and all you need to do is go through and say, "We love you!" ! Signed Emily and John. We love you. That kind of covers everything.
You're right. I know. Well, I have been basically angling to do such a thing for the last 6 months, as I've been feeling a little more anxious that we are officially the rudest people on earth who haven't sent thank yous for our wedding presents yet. And he just keeps saying, "Down, we've got a year." And I'm like, "No, honey, it's a year to give someone a gift. It's not a year to send a thank you."
Oh, okay.
But he's kind of doing the poetic license with the etiquette thing. So.
Yeah, I feel pretty crappy that you haven't thanked me for coming to your wedding.
Kristina played the music, and she did give us awesome gifts too.
I don't even remember. But anyway.
You did. You sent us a box full of the coolest things.
Oh, I guess I did do something.
Yeah,
but, water over the dam. You don't have to thank me. You can.
Well, I'm going to. It just might be not like within the required time frame.
Why don't you just thank me now? I'm here.
Thank you, Kristina. I love you so much, and they were lovely gifts.
Wow, okay.
And your music was so cool, and everyone has been remarking on it, actually, ever since.
So you can just take my thank you note and rip it up and get the satisfaction of that.
I'm still
down,
gonna. It's
down
like
one,
it's become
500 to go.
It's become this thing that if I don't get these done, I'm going to like be. There's going to be something missing inside of me.
Okay. All right. Well, if your goals in life are that insignificant, then I'm more.
I was
power
raised
to you.
in the you send thank you note generation, and it's so hard to.
It's actually a good thing to handwrite notes. It's very special.
Yeah.
Special to get one of those in today's fast-paced digital world. We don't often get those handwritten notes. So everybody who's listening, consider writing one handwritten note today.
Yeah.
I did one about 10 days ago.
Keep the U.S. Postal Service going, please. They keep trying to stop going.
If they close the post office, I'll never see anybody.
I would hate that.
Yeah, and you don't even have a P.O. box.
No, you don't need a P.O. box. Like, if they close the post office, how is your mail going to go anywhere? There won't be mailmen anymore if there's no post office, will there? They have to sort it somewhere.
You got a good point there. I didn't
not
think
about
I
your
didn't
P.O.
think it
box.
was that bad. I just sort of imagined that I wouldn't have a place to go every day.
You have a P.O. box?
Oh yeah.
Don't you have a real mailbox?
Yeah, but I don't. I prefer to get my mail at the P.O. box.
Oh, I just didn't know that about you.
Just the act of going up the stairs into the post office, the cheerful postmistresses, and then the key. All of these things are ritualistic, and they give me great satisfaction. And occasionally I get good mail. I mean, sometimes I get money, and sometimes I get a real something, like somebody wrote me something. Maybe, I don't know, every 2 months, maybe something personal.
That's not very often.
No,
yeah,
it's not
everybody
anymore.
writes something today.
Right? John never writes to me. Why not? He writes to everybody else. I'm not.
He doesn't write to everybody else.
What
anymore.
about his postcard list?
He's too busy now. I feel horrible. It's like the one thing that is negative that I've caused in his life, probably. Oh, I'm sure there's lots more negatives, but the bad one is he used to write postcards to everybody. It was his thing. He had an art show somebody held once of postcards that he'd written to people because he illustrates them too. And now he's lucky if he gets like a couple of them dashed off a year to somebody. It's really very sad, and I feel terrible.
I hope it swings back. I think it will.
Yeah, it's just a parenting thing and all that stuff. And if you get thrown into that in midlife, it's hard to adjust.
You can't be a soccer coach and write postcards every day.
No, that's true.
There's just no way. You can't do it all.
No,
that's just shooting arrows into the sky.
It is true. Oh no, I dropped my Post-it note.
Oh,
now
well,
what
guess
are we gonna
what?
do?
It's time for another track of music,
good,
believe it or
'cause
not. I mean,
it's down on
the
the table
hour
here.
is just whizzing by.
I know.
On 11th hour radio.
What are you going to play now?
I've got Jamo and Charlie playing.
Have we ever played any of this before?
Jamo and Charlie?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've played them. Yeah, we have.
I don't recall making fun of that name, and I would have if you played them before.
Well, you can now. I don't
No, I'm
think
good.
Charlie would mind. I don't really know Jamo too well, but
that
he
his
probably
real
wouldn't
name?
mind either. Yeah, he's been Jamo ever since I was a kid.
Okay.
But all right, here we go. This is called Tonight.
There's magic in the streets. People are coming from miles. Everybody's come dancing, wearing a gypsy smile. Follow me. We'll make everything alright. Follow me. Come dancing tonight.
Camo and Charlie, thank you.
That was good.
I know, that pick me up, throw me
Yeah.
down, pick me up, throw me down. Anyway, so Emily decided that she's going to go back to the DMV and she's going to try a new approach to the guy with the lederhosen.
Well, how do I know he's going to be back there again?
It'll just happen. It's like things are magical.
I can
Magical.
photograph any of the hipsters for you that come in there.
Well, you got to go back, find the guy, and say, "Oh, I love your clothes. Could I take a photograph?" Because that would have been the perfect
That would be
thing.
lying. That would be lying to someone.
That's okay. That kind of lie is okay. Hey, Personal Growth Friday, is it okay to lie about lederhosen?
Is that the white lie? Is that the thing that's called white lying?
It's when you want to...
It's an interesting expression, really.
You want to improve relations with someone by giving them a false sense of...
I keep telling John he needs to learn the art of the white lie because he's one of those super blunt people. So if you say, "Does this make me look fat?" he'll be like, "A little." And you're just like, no, not the right response.
Yeah, that's kind of 101.
I was like, you need I need to like retrain your whole relationship. Like,
that's 101.
thing.
That
Yeah,
that's
is.
a new phrase I'm going to start saying. That's 101. Like you should know that. Especially when it comes to male-female relations.
that is true.
Yeah.
It's his not his talent, but
Yeah,
that's
but
okay.
to those of us on the outside, that's part of his charm.
I
for
know.
sure.
He doesn't ever fib about anything, which is great
Yeah.
in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Because when he says you look nice, you really do look nice. Because, he is unable to tell you look nice if you don't.
Yeah, but for me, I'd rather have somebody just tell me all the time that it looks
I know.
nice.
Me too. And I tell him that, but he
even
can't
if I
do
don't,
it.
I don't want to know. I don't really want to know when I don't. I just
know.
want to feel comfortable whatever condition I'm in.
I
And-
look nicer when someone tells me I look nice because then I walk around with that little spring in my step and I smile at people and I say,
That is it.
"Ooh, I feel nice today because so-and-so said I look nice." And if that doesn't happen, then I'm like, oh, I
know,
probably don't
and
look
we
nice.
all, those of us who are just plagued with self-doubts, we need somebody to just say,
Yep.
"You are great. You are beautiful. You are..."
I know.
Can we say
Man.
ASS on the air?
We have lots of times.
Kick ass, is that okay?
I think so.
I think so, because it is a donkey.
They do kick.
That's why they say that. Did you ever think of that?
I just did right now.
Yeah, because donkeys kick.
So do
And
lots
we
of
discovered-
so do lots of other things
Well-
like rabbits.
Oh, not in the same way, though. The
Rabbits
classic-
really kick. Have you ever tried to pick up a rabbit?
Yes.
They kick the hell out of
They
you.
do. They have scritchy, scratchy claws
know.
that really can hurt. But anyway, I do have a camping tip because I was camping last week. And
Oh,
before
yeah.
I forget, I just want to share all the deep and meaningful camping insights that I had. First of all, don't forget your sleeping bag. That is number one.
Did you not have a sleeping bag?
I forgot my sleeping bag.
You forgot it? You're a mother. Mothers don't forget sleeping bags ever. They usually bring an extra in case
No,
someone
you know what
pees the bed.
You know, I mean, that's partially true. I thought the person going with me was bringing 2. But that was my mistake. So that's number one. It's fairly easy. Number 2, this is for camping in the rain, which sometimes you don't want to think about it when you're going camping in the summer. You just think it's going to be fine. But so you go to the hardware store and you go to the paint section and you go to the ground cloth section, and for $3 you can get a clear plastic ground cloth, or what do you call them? What do you call them in the painting world?
Tarp, plastic, drop cloth.
Drop cloth. I'm sorry, that's what I meant. They have drop cloths that are clear plastic. They're $3, and you get a couple of them, and you just throw them over the top of your tent, and you're good to go.
If the dew actually comes up, I think, so you want to put it under your tent too.
Well, we did have we had hickory nuts under the tent.
Oh, well, that's good.
That worked
Dew
fine.
barrier protection.
Yeah. No, we had a tarp. We put our tarp inside the tent. That was a cool twist on the whole thing. It was we were
I don't
feeling
know about
creative. It worked. No, it worked. I mean,
I don't
except
know if you got a lot of room for.
you don't get a lot of traction. So your sleeping bag
Creativity
can sort
with
of
tents.
slide down the tarp if you're. We were on a slight slope, but there were enough hickory nuts.
Was this like an established camping area? Or did you guys just say like, let's sleep on a big lump of hickory nuts? Because that sounds exciting. Is this some new like? No, I won't say what I was just going to say.
I'm embellishing for the sake of
Are
good
hickory
story.
nuts the ones that are like sort of tri-cornered?
Wild hickory nuts.
Well, what does a wild hickory nut look like? Are they round? Are they pointy?
I don't actually know. Yeah.
You felt them, Princess and the Pea. What are they? What do they look like?
These were all smashed up from last year, so I don't know what.
Are they like a walnut?
It's too early this year to have a hickory nut on the tree, so I really don't know what they look like. You people can write in and let us know. I know what a horse chestnut looks like.
Oh, we have those.
Yeah, my kids always used to collect those every year, and we still have jars and jars of them.
John wins blue ribbons for his horse chestnuts at the Tunbridge Fair every year.
Do you keep yours? You throw them away.
Yeah.
You have horse. You can't eat them. They're poisonous. You know that.
I don't know why we even grow them.
Yeah, I don't know why we keep them, except they're pretty.
Silly.
They polish up really nice. You know, they're shiny and beautiful.
Oh, we don't take them out of the prickle.
Oh my gosh.
We keep them in the prickle so that they look like little urchins in a bowl.
We always take them out of the prickle.
Oh.
They look great, and then you put them in a jar.
To each his own.
Okay. All right, be that way.
I think you can carve them into things, like scrimshaw or something. I don't know.
You're making that up.
Yeah, I am.
I mean, you could carve anything.
No, people carve walnuts and things sometimes, don't they? Walnut shells into things.
And the heads of pins.
What?
Can't you dance on the head of a pin? I don't know. I just
you lost me, lady.
No, you know what I'm talking about. Come on. Don't play dumb.
I'm not playing.
Okay, here's a question. Should intelligent people use emoticons?
Is that how you pronounce emoticon?
Yeah. You didn't know?
I thought it was emoticon. I don't know. Like emotion.
Well, yeah.
This is really dumb, but my sister posted a picture of her kids at Old Home Days here in South Royalton playing one of the games on the green on the little midway that they had there. And you could win one of those poop
fake
emoticons.
Fake poop?
Emoticon?
No, an emoticon is a digital device. You can't.
Right, but you know the symbol for poop. It looks like a little swirl of chocolate creamy.
No, I didn't know that.
Yes,
I don't use emoticons.
Well, anyway,
intelligent people.
You could win what was
emoticons.
basically like the plush version of emoticons. So, you know, the smiley, the cry, the.
You mean it was a physical?
poop.
Wait a minute. It was a physical manifestation of an emoticon.
Yeah, it was like a pillow, but not like a stuffy, like a
stuffed
plush
animal?
stuffed poop. And it was shelves full of stuffed poops, and you could throw, you know, the dart and pop the balloon and win a stuffed poop. And I was like, humanity has reached an all-time low if we are winning poop.
You know, it's enough to make you like long for the old smiley face.
My God.
You know, from the 80s?
the Mr. Yuck stickers. The Mr. Yuck started this all.
Remember how much I can remember how much I hated the smiley face. Like in 1980, I hated it so much. If any of my friends ever signed anything with a smiley face, I would just, vomit.
You'd put them in the same category as hipsters who stitch their own shoes.
I did. It signaled false emotion or something. Whereas that's the problem with emoticons, isn't it? Like you're faking it. You can't like write the English language and say whatever it is.
Well, I can't stand the abbreviations too. LOL.
That's different.
Nobody is actually laughing out loud. You're not, okay? You're like on Facebook at work. Are you sitting there roaring with laughter out loud? No, you're not.
No, Emily, it's about aspiring to laugh out loud.
Well, it bugs me. If you're going to say that you're laughing out loud, like you better the heck be laughing out loud.
It's okay for people to just want to laugh. That's a good thing.
Then it should be WLLL, want to laugh out loud. Can't because I'm emotionally deficient and at work.
It's like LBGTQ. Like, can you get to the Q? Man, it's hard. Most people can't.
It's a tongue twister to me. Why can't
try it?
Can we just have one letter or something?
Well, it's gonna smush down.
That just means like
it's got to smush together because we can't say that anymore. We can't.
I can't even get them in the right order. Those letters.
Can you try?
I can't. I can tell them. You're telling you can't do it.
I won't ask you again.
It's like, oh, you know what? Speaking of that, I get so nervous and anxious when I have to talk on the phone with someone. And I had to spend a lot of time this last week on the phone with the insurance company, who, of course, didn't cover anything for my car anyway. But I was so anxious when I first called the insurance company that I said a car fell on my tree. And she was very confused for a minute, being like, I don't really know how to process that claim.
That was nice of her.
And John is just laughing in the kitchen. And I'm like, why don't you make this phone call?
I know.
You're a stupid tree.
I just lose my voice completely. But I'm getting better.
So humiliating.
I'm getting better. I take a deep breath. Do you have any tricks while you're waiting, while you're on hold?
I usually try to jot down all the main ideas that I need to say to them on a little notepad so that I can actually kind of keep it together.
That reminds me, I need to call tech support at Universal Audio. Just remind me, okay?
Okay.
All right. Oh my God, and there's no block ice in the world anymore.
There is on Prince Edward Island. We only buy block ice there.
But they don't in New York State. Everywhere we went, it was all cubes. It just bugs the heck out of me.
Cubes melt faster, and so you have to buy more.
You have to buy more. See,
it's a plot from the government.
Yeah, it's a corporate takeover. I don't respect that.
Me neither.
I don't respect it.
I got to get some ice for tomorrow. Not a block, though. I do have to get cubes because the kids have a lemonade stand that they're setting up at the farmer's market, so I need to get them some ice.
Well, you do
Glad
that.
I thought of it.
You
today.
do that, Emily.
I don't know where I'm going to get ice.
Emily?
What?
It's time for the show to be over.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
That means I have to go to work.
I know.
And I have to put all my clothes back on.
I know.
That is going to be a process. They're all over the whole room here.
It's part of being a grown-up. Sorry to say.
Why do we have to wear clothes?
I don't know. But you've been listening to 11th Hour Radio.
You totally have.
And hopefully you will again. Find us on iTunes. We have a podcast. We're there.
Or you can go to our website, 11thhourradio.com.
You could, if you had nothing better to do.
You should. Kristina's made us a nice website there, even though we don't maintain it or ever look at it.
Well, we do.
And we keep meaning to.
We will.
We will. We are going to.
When we have time.
We're going to make it all fancy someday. Soon.
Yeah.
You guys have a great weekend. It's going to be nice this weekend, and we'll be back in a week.
All right. Thanks for listening. Bye.
See ya.
It's been a long and rocky road, anyone can see. I was never meant for you, and you were not for me. Running into you tonight and looking in your eyes gives me a chill and takes me back to living with your lies. It's good to see you gone. Everything about our love was wrong. Now that you're standing here, will you please disappear? It's good to see you gone. The day I left, I swore to you we'd never meet again. But in a town as small as this, it was bound to happen. You asked me, how have I been? As if you really care. And it is all that I can do, just to stop and stare. It's good to see